Okay, so yesterday I couldn't do any recording because I left my camera in the cloakroom. Good job. Saturday was amazing. The hentai panel was hilarious. Bought some anime swag. I'll show it later. I'm back at the convention for Sunday now. Trainers Hall is still looking amazing. There's a Crash Team Racing tournament. There's a Brawl tournament. I will catch you later.
Spots at the last game.
Jesus. I know.
By your eyes, you're a prize, but you must realize, I must know what these eyes. In God's style.
When our buses are, like, can you check online?
Hi.
Do you have internet?
This goes on for 10 hours.
half-decent gifts, and you know, you end up with, I've so far had 18 pairs of slippers, all from one person. Every Christmas they give me a pair of slippers, and usually they're the same slippers that they gave me the previous year, which, you know, I like slippers, but I've only got 2 feet. And you know, my mum is the worst at this as well, because I put together a list. She asked me, what do I want? So I put together a list of things that I'd like, and they were anything from, you know, a big jar of buttons, I love that kind of thing, or, you know, some stickers for my walking stick, but because people find it really uncomfortable when I talk about the fact that I've got a physical disability, so they don't get me anything useful. So what she ended up getting me was, she got me a diary that I'm never going to use, an umbrella in a colour that I absolutely hate, and a selection box, which is lovely and everything, but I'm not 5, despite the way I'm dressed. But here's the thing, I take giving gifts really, really seriously. I don't know if anybody else does, and just, like, nobody else does seem to take this very seriously. It's like, okay, I've got 10% off in this particular shop, so I'm just going to get all my Christmas presents there for you guys. So I always end up with something that's fairly useless. But at the same time, when I'm trying to get presents for people, I try to choose really nice, really thoughtful things. But that can actually go horribly wrong, because one of the things I got from my friend this year was I got her a cookbook, which was also full of little anecdotes by the author of the cookbook about relationships that she'd been in and everything. And I thought this was a really nice present to give. But then I thought about it some more and was like, okay, so what if she thinks that I gave her this book because I think she's a terrible cook? Or, you know, this is a load of anecdotes about the previous relationships. It's like, okay, yeah, so I saw this and the author is a skank, and that made me think of you, so here you go. But I mean, there are worse presents to give people, and one of the worst I ever got was, I was having a bit of trouble in my chosen career, and I talked to my mother about it, about 2 months before Christmas. I talked to my mum and I told her all the problems that I was having with this particular job. And she was all sympathetic and everything. Then 2 months later, at Christmas, I get from her the beginner's guide to the career I've been in for 10 years. Yeah. I'll do you one worse though. A lady I know, from her mother-in-law, she got a bobby pin, a single bobby pin, in a gift box with a hair still attached. Yeah, I know, that's how she felt about it as well. But at the same time, she kind of like keeps it on the mantelpiece as a funny story to tell people. But you want to hear the worst one? Yeah. You want to hear the very worst one? Okay. Another woman, mother-in-law again. And it always seems like mother-in-laws are trying to tell you something when this kind of thing happens. So, in the middle of December, she gives her daughter-in-law a second-hand swimsuit. Oh. And you know how she knew it was second-hand? Oh. Big brown stain on the crotch. Yeah, you see, what reaction can you have to that except either, you know, hilarity or soul-crushing despair? And this is why it's so important to have something like Akumakon to lift your spirits after such awful, awful tragedy. And that's all I have to say. I'm going to get off the stage now. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the Aftermath Akumakon video. Today is technically Tuesday after the weekend, and honest to God, I am fucking wrecked. I am tired, I'm starving, my asthma is at me, and it's all worth it, because Akumakon was a lot of fun this year. Well, it's always amazing. What am I even talking about? Jesus Christ, I don't know. Shout out to everyone at Akumakon, like all the attendees, all the staff members, all the people who went to the convention. Shout out to Masako, and to my own personal doctor, Dr. Roisin Crow. Thanks for the art. She's been my medical doctor for over 29 years, and thanks for the art. I don't know why you gave it to me. Anyways, I did buy 1 or 2 things at the anime convention. I have the Espeon plushie that I bought. That was